Okay, student, we will start your new lesson, that is on lesson number 9, your science. Things around us. We are going to learn about different characteristics of living things, such as biotic and abiotic, and also a habitat. Okay. All things that we see around us are either living or non-living. Living things have life in them. They have certain characteristics that makes them different from non-living things. So whatever things we see that are around us, some are living and some are non-living things. And here it is, living things, they have life. Okay, and according to different characteristics, living things also form in different way. Now we will learn about the characteristic of living things. Living things need food. Living things need food to grow and live. Food gives energy to grow and perform different activities. Plants produce their own food by photosynthesis. They are called autotrophs. So plants that produce their own food by photosynthesis is called an autotroph, and all living things, they need food to grow and also to live or to survive. And in that food, it gives us energy to grow and also perform in different kind of activities. Human and animal depend on plants and other animals for their food. They are called heterotroph. So heterotroph means human and animals that depend on plants and other animals for their food. Okay, it's called as heterotroph. Underline this. Now, living thing that grow. How it grows? Living thing grow. A cell is the building block of all living things. Underline this. What is a cell? It is a building block of all living things. New plants grow from a seed. Animal grow from an infant to an adult. Human being grow from a baby to an adult. So this is it categorize that three part, that is plants, animal and human. Plants, they grow from seed. Animal from infant to an adult. From small infant means the baby, okay, from adult. And human being grow from a baby to an adult. Now, living things move. How it move? How do they move? Living things move on their own. Animal and human beings move from one place to another in search of food, shelter, etc. Such movement is called locomotion. Okay, so locomotion means animals and human beings that move from, underline from here, that move from one place to another place in search of their food and shelter. Okay, that is called as locomotion. Plants cannot move from place to place. That's true. Plants of it remain in the same place. They show limited movement. A sunflower plant turned towards the sun. A mimosa plant means touch me not plant, okay? Groups to one side. Groups mean in a group and from one side. On being touched. Roots of a plant grow into the soil. So plants grow, the roots grow from the soil, okay? This phenomenon is called geotropism. Shoot or stem grows upward toward the source of light. This phenomenon is called phototropism. Don't get confused on geotropism and phototropism. Geotropism means plants or roots which grow from the side. Okay, grouping from the side is called as geotropism, and phototropism means shoot or stem that grows upwards towards the source of the light. That grows from the side of the light, from the source of the light, is called as phototropism. Now, living thing respire. Respire means breathe or breathing. Okay, living things need air to breathe, so everything needs air to breathe, such as plants, animals and human being. They take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Oxygen helps to break down the food that we eat to release energy. This process is called respiration. So the process of oxygen, which helps on break down the food that we eat and to release energy, is known as respiration. Underline this from here till here. Okay, so all living things need air to breathe, and the breathe in, the air that comes inside, it is the oxygen, okay? And once it releases the air, that is called the carbon dioxide. It gives out this carbon dioxide. And this inhaling and exhaling is known as respiration. Plants need carbon dioxide to carry out photosynthesis. They take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. Plants breathe through tiny pores called stomata that are present on underside of the leaves. Okay, so here it says, don't get confused. Human being, we breathe the oxygen inside and comes out the carbon dioxide. But plants carry the carbon dioxide from the photosynthesis, okay? It takes the carbon dioxide inside and give out the oxygen. And the oxygen that plants released outside, that oxygen we breathe inside, okay? Now, living things respond to stimuli. How living things respond? Any change that causes a living being to react to that change is called stimulus. Underline this. Changes that cause living being to react, okay? To react is called as stimulus. Reacting to a change is called a response. React means like from seed to a small plant, okay? And after that growing into a larger stage, that is the reacting, okay? Reacting to a change is called response. The evening primrose blooms only during the night. This is the example. The leaves of touch-me-not plant curls up when touched. So when we touch the touch-me-not, the plant, it curls up. Here touch is the stimulus and curling up of leaf is the response. So when we touch, that is stimulus, okay? And the response of the plant means once you touch the plants, example the touch-me-not plant, it used to move, it curls up. That is the response, okay? Animals and human beings respond to stimuli such as heat, cold, sharp object, smell, and danger. So animals and human beings, they respond through this. Underline this. How do they respond? They respond through heat, cold, sharp object, smell, and danger. These stimuli are felt or sensed by the fine sense organ. So all this we can feel through our sense organs. Sense organs means like our nose, tongue, such as skin, okay? Now, living things excrete. Excrete means rid of or separate or separating, okay? Living things get rid of waste from their body. This process is called excretion. So, excretions means the process of living things that get rid of waste from their body. Animals remove waste in the form of urine, sweat, and carbon dioxide. Some plants excrete waste such as latex. You can see the example here, latex, okay? Latex from plant, which is used to make gum and resins. They give out excess water as water vapor. So this is the separation of example of a plant, okay? Excrete. Animals, it remove the waste inside the body from their urine, such as sweat and carbon dioxide. And human being, we eat food and we release our food after digested. Yes or no? That is also an example of excrete. Living things reproduce. Reproduce means produce something, producing a baby or a seed or an egg, okay? All living things give birth to young ones of their own kind. So according to their own living things, they produce their young one, their baby. Plants reproduce through seeds, spores, etc. Animals either lay egg or giving birth to young one. So animal, they also give birth to young one or by laying egg. Underline this. And plant, they reproduce through the seeds. Human being, baby. Yes or no? They give birth. Now, structural organizations. Living things have a structural organization. Some organisms are made up of a single cell. They are called unicellular organisms. Underline this. Organisms that are made of single cell is called unicellular. Okay, unicellular means single. made up of single cell, okay, are called this. Example, amoeba. Some organisms are made up of millions of cells. They are called multicellular. Underline all this. And multicellular means organism that are made up of millions of cells are called multicellular organism. Example, human beings. Okay. Now, lifespan and death. All living beings give birth to young ones. Lifespan and death means about how it reproduce, how it produce, and after that, it it die or it grows up and spoiled. Okay. Age, grow old, and finally die. This entire process from the birth of an organism to its death is called its life cycle. So life cycle here it says that an organism that live and grow and after that finally die, that is called the life cycle. This is the example of the life cycle of a human being. At first baby, slowly it grows up and slowly see it turns to adult and slowly it grows old and after that finally we die. So this is the example of life cycle. So only this much till life cycle will do today. The rest will continue in our next class. This recall and remember, fill in the blank. This will be your homework. Search the answer and write here, and after that you write in your notebook. And also I want to give you some diagram homework, that is photosynthesis. Draw a diagram on photosynthesis of a plant of this. Okay, that is one. Number two is seeds germination. How seeds dispose. Okay, draw a diagram of seeds germination. Now come to this, a diagram of structure of stomata. Draw these three diagram as your homework. Number one is this, number two, and number three. This will be your homework. Do it in your copy. Okay.